everyone. Today we have with us Dr. Ajit Kumar, Consultant and Head of Critical Care and the COVID Program, Prashanth, Super Speciality Hospital, Villacheri. Hello, Doctor, and welcome to the show.
Thank you.
We are now going to talk about the COVID vaccine, which is the talk of the town, and everybody is clamoring to different hospitals to get their shots at the earliest. What exactly is this COVID vaccine, Doctor?
COVID vaccine is a part of the COVID virus itself, or a full component of the virus which has been inactivated or killed and administered into the body to generate immunity or the antibodies which can give you protection against the virus from causing infection, just in case if you come across the virus or contact.
Who should take these vaccines?
The vaccine is universal, except that the trial has been not done under the 18 years of age. So anybody above 18 years of age, with the notable exceptions being pregnant women, because we do not have data on that. Again, there is a caveat with pregnant women. Pregnant women fall under the category of high risk category. They are doctors, staff, anybody who is exposed in the high risk situations can definitely go ahead and give and take them. Breastfeeding women can definitely take them. High immunocompromised condition, somebody who is on high dose of steroids, might have to consult their primary doctors and then see that if at all they come out of the immunocompromised situations where they should or should not, in this category of patients, should consult the doctors and take a decisions. As I said, above 18 years of age, pretty much it is universally advisable. Only people, again, they are severely allergic to some of the components, or they took a vaccine, some other vaccine in the past, like a polio vaccine or any other vaccine, and they've had a severe allergic reactions. They might again have to contact their doctors and see whether they should go ahead with the vaccine. Otherwise, above 18 years of age, it's pretty much advisable to everyone.
Doctor, what about someone who has already had COVID? Is it advisable for them to take the vaccine?
Yes, it is. I mean, even people with the COVID infection are advised to take the vaccine, but probably at a later date, because we do not have those many vaccines to administer to everyone. Even the WHO and the Government of India, the data says they can wait until 6 months so that the other people, they give time for the other people to get it and then probably go ahead, because the antibodies which have been formed or the immunity which has been generated by the COVID vaccine infection may not last forever. So they also need to take the vaccine.
What are the adverse effects and how should one deal with them?
The adverse effects, you can put them as the common adverse effects and the rare adverse effects, or the more serious ones. All the studies have noted that the adverse effect, the severe ones, are absolutely almost minimal to none. So the common adverse effects being the pain in the area, the fever, a little bit of myalgia, the body pains, and rash, the rash in the administered area. These are the common adverse effects which I don't think people should worry about. The very severe adverse effects, the severe allergic reactions or neurological defect, or these kind of almost non-existent. But if at all they happen, we might have to consult the primary care center or primary hospital immediately. But the vaccines which have been rolled out are being examined over many series of trials. It's the phase 3 trials, and the efficacy, the safety data is very robust, and the vaccines are very safe.
I've heard that there is a category of people who actually should not take these vaccines. Can you highlight on it, please?
Less than 18 years of age, we don't have data. So the other category being the allergic reactions. People are extremely allergic to reactions. They've had these vaccines, which, as children or when in the later stages, they took some vaccines and been very allergic, and they got serious and admitted to the hospital. And the people with the immunocompromised conditions. That means somebody who is on a very high steroids. In fact, Center for Disease Control, it categorizes somebody who is a HIV who's not under the treatment and whose cell count, they say a CD4 T cells, particular cell count is less than 200. Somebody who's taking steroids, say prednisolone, 20 gram per day for about more than 14 days. So some of these category of patients probably have to watch out and have to contact their primary doctors and to find out whether they can take or not. But many of these conditions, say somebody, we see a huge population of huge numbers of rheumatoid arthritis patients taking one or the other kind of immunocompromised. I mean, they don't come under these categories. So I guess any of them who fall under this bracket, please consult the doctor and do not assume that you are in that category where you should not take the vaccine. So it's this vaccine is pretty much for most people, and so I encourage you people to talk to your doctors and see where you fit.
Does this vaccine really work, and when does it start working?
The vaccine data which has come out, the efficacy data, that is basically vaccine versus the people who did not get the vaccine. The vaccine conferred immunity, that means it gave immunity to the people who took the vaccine, and the data is anywhere between 70 to 80%. So it was 70 to 80% more protection than people who did not get. So I guess that those are very good numbers. WHO or these bodies, they give permission to the vaccines which have a cutoff mark of 50. Anybody which is more than 50 efficacious, they are rolled out to the population, and both the vaccines which are given in India, they have very good data backing them. So they would probably highly likely would be protected to the population.
Doctor, what about people who have already taken the vaccine? Is there a possibility that they may get COVID in spite of taking the vaccine?
Well, I mean, and I would add one more question to that. I mean, I've heard people say, I took the vaccine, after 15 days I came positive. So they think, there is a suspicion that did the vaccine give me the virus? For that question, I would say absolute no. The vaccine is a killed virus or a part of the virus, so that cannot infect you. So that one. And coming back to your question, that in spite of getting a vaccine, can I get an infection? Yes, you can get an infection, but the chances are very less. But you can still get an infection, because as we progress, post-COVID days, as we move on, there will be the immunity may itself wane, because the vaccine, how much some of the people may not mount an immunity. So those kind of people are probably vulnerable to the infections, and as the virus mutates, so you may have a chance of getting those mutant viruses as well. So that's why it is so advisable that in spite of getting the vaccine, you have to practice masks, social distancing, all those things which I guess all the authorities and the governments have been advising you for so many months.
Coming to a most wanted question, there are two vaccines which have been rolled out in India, that is Covishield and Covaxin. What do you think about them? Which is better?
Well, I mean, I would refrain from picking one over the other, because both have very good data so far. I mean, almost the one of the vaccine, Covaxin, has come. The phase 3 trials have come yesterday, and it is looking promising as well. The efficacy is somewhere around 80, and the other vaccine, Covishield, is about 70 to 80%. So I guess both at this point of time, there is no one above the other. Both are well thought and well researched molecules which have great medicine value for the population, I guess. So I guess I would advise any of them. It's your personal choice which one you want to get.
I think the last question would be, is it advisable for people with diabetes or heart ailments to take this vaccine?
Absolutely advisable, because in fact they fall under the high risk category, and these are the people who need to be first enrolling themselves into the vaccine centers. I mean, the list of hospitals, which ours is one as well. So that they should be taking the vaccines. Definitely, yes. And in fact, we in our hospital here, we are filling out forms for all the the high risk population, the elderly people, diabetics, heart patients. We are We get calls continuously as to, can I take the vaccine, can I not take the vaccine. So we are advising all of them to come here or the nearest vaccine center, go and be checked if you have many diseases and high priority. Definitely you should take a vaccine, and we are playing our part.
Thank you, doctor, for the very very important information that I'm sure most of us have been wanting to know. I would like to tell you all that Prashanth Hospital is now one of the registered centers for giving these vaccines. We are open between 11 and 3 from Monday to Saturday. You can register yourself on your COVID app and then come here and get your vaccination done. In case you are not able to do that, you can call us for any further information that you may want. Thank you very much and have a good day.